Hey, this is Dr. Barry. So you've decided to give the ketogenic way of eating a try. I'm glad. I hope that you will share this video and invite a friend to do this with you. Any kind of weight loss journey, improvement in your health, it's so much easier and so much more fun if you do it with a friend. So feel free to share this video with someone and say, hey, let's keto together. Now, this video is going to be about the 7 very first steps to converting from the standard American diet or the standard Western diet over to the healthy, ancestrally appropriate ketogenic diet. And so I'm going to keep this video very, very simple and very basic. I have many other videos about the ketogenic way of eating on this channel. I have a whole playlist called Keto 101. And so if you're brand new to this and you want to learn how to keto properly, Keto 101 is the resource you want to check out. So let's go through the 7 steps of starting the keto diet. Step number 1 is to remove all sugars of all kinds from your diet. There are so many people who know that sugar in the sugar bowl and sugar that they add to their coffee, that's bad for you. We all know that. The sugar in donuts, the sugar in pastries, all that stuff's bad for you. You know that. But a lot of people think that the sugar in organic agave nectar is good for them, but it's not. It's just sugar. A lot of people think that locally sourced, organically produced honey is very good for you. I don't believe it is at all. I think it's nothing but sucrose and fructose, which are sugars. And so all of that stuff needs to be taken out of your diet, whether the food manufacturer added the sugar or the restaurant added the sugar or you added the sugar. It's still sugar. It all needs to go. That's step 1. And that's honestly the most important step. Many people, just by going and doing step 1, they'll start to feel better immediately. That's how powerful step 1 is. Step 2 is almost as powerful, and that is to remove all grains from your diet. And so the most common grains would be wheat, rice, oats, corn. All those need to go. None of those contain any nutrition that you can't get better from another source. All of them are very inflammatory to your gut. Some people have immediate, obvious inflammation if they eat grains. Other people, the inflammation is much more subtle. It may not show up in the gut. It may show up as inflammation in a joint or inflammation in the skin. But on a truly healthy ketogenic diet, you have to remove all grains from your diet. Now, that obviously includes the grains in processed foods that you would get in a cardboard box or a plastic bag, but it also includes organic stone ground grains as well. Grains, in order for them to be healthy for human beings to eat it all, have to go through a multi-step process of soaking and sprouting before they're even remotely healthy for human beings. I would say let's just dispense with all that trouble and not eat grains. It's very easy to do. There's still thousands of foods you can enjoy on a ketogenic diet. So step 2, get rid of all the grains. Step 3 is to remove all factory seed oils or vegetable seed oils from your diet. Now, the manufacturers love to call these vegetable oils, even though there are no vegetables in these oils. These are canola oil, which comes from a rapeseed plant. This is corn oil. This is soybean oil. This is safflower. This is peanut oil. All of these have a terrible omega-6 to omega-3 ratio. They're all inflammatory in nature. They're going to inflame your gut or other parts of your body. Also, all margarine needs to go in the garbage. Don't even give that to your neighbor. All shortening, vegetable shortening, Crisco, country crock, I can't believe it's not butter. All of that's crap. You need to throw that away. You need and don't eat that ever again. Even if you stop keto, please never eat industrial factory processed seed oils again. They're very bad for your body. That's step 3. Step 4 is you have to stop being afraid of good, healthy fats. This would include butter, ghee, bacon grease, beef tallow, avocado oil, olive oil. These are natural oils that you don't have to go to a factory to get. You can actually make these oils in your own home with the raw supplies. And so obviously those are much more ancestrally appropriate. Our ancestors have made oils from these sources for hundreds and even thousands of years. They're very easy to do. They don't involve any high heat, any chemicals, any hexane, any detergents, any of that kind of stuff. You just make the oil from the oily source, right? So stop being afraid of these fats. These fats are not going to lower your HDL. They're not going to raise your triglycerides. They're not going to raise your A1C. They're only going to move your markers for chronic disease in the right direction. Okay. Step number 5 is to stop being afraid of salt. Salt is good for you. All mammals, from the smallest to the largest, love salt and need salt. There is a reason that animals will walk miles to lick on a salty rock. And that's because all mammals need salt. If you prick your finger and you taste the blood, it's very, very salty. That's okay. That's normal. We are salty creatures. Okay. Stop being afraid of salt. Now, I want you to not just thoughtlessly use the table salt that comes out of the Umbrella Girl container. Don't thoughtlessly use the salt that they give you at the restaurant because they're going to buy the cheapest variety they can find. Use a good quality rock salt that's been mined from deep under the ground. That's the safest and it has the most minerals. Okay. And I'll put a link down below to a salt just like that. The next step is to eat whole, real foods. The ketogenic way of eating is becoming very popular, and therefore people are starting to make keto products, keto bars, keto shakes, keto powders, keto ready-made meals. Yeah, okay, that's probably better than eating a Snickers bar. But how about we just follow step 6 and focus on eating real whole foods that don't have a label? Right? Because if you buy a T-bone, it's just beef. That's it. There's no added, nothing else, right? If you just buy broccoli, then it's broccoli. That's a real whole food. And so for at least the first few months of your ketogenic journey, I want you to really focus on step 6, which is eating real whole ketogenic foods. Okay. And then step 7 is that you have to mind your electrolytes. You have to make sure you're getting plenty of sodium, plenty of chloride, plenty of magnesium, and plenty of potassium. These are very important. They're vital for your good health. They're vital to keep you from having keto flu. They're vital for helping you feel your best. Now, 50,000 years ago, we got all the minerals we need from drinking water out of streams and rivers and lakes. And all those water sources are rich in minerals, but I wouldn't recommend drinking those these days. You can just get a good product that has all 4 in them, or you can buy several cheap products that have them in them individually. And I'll put a link down below to the electrolytes I use. And so those are the first 7 steps. This is very simple. And if you follow these steps, and check out my Keto 101 series, which is going to pop up either here or here. I can never remember in a second. Then you can make the ketogenic way of eating the healthiest, easiest, most sustainable diet that you've ever eaten in your life. It can become the permanent way that you eat, and you can reap all the health benefits from that. Now, if you enjoyed this video, please take 1 second and consider clicking that subscribe button and the little bell button right beside it. That way, every time I get a bright idea, you'll be one of the very first to know, okay? And if you have found that my videos have helped you in some small way, and you'd like to join our keto family and help me have more time to make videos just like this one, click on my Patreon link. It's right down there in the show notes. You can sign up very quickly and throw a buck or two my way to help me have more time to make videos just like this one. This is Dr. Barry. I'll see you next time.